So hello, and I am sorry I could not jump on live today. You wouldn't believe all the crazy ass little tech things that have been going on, all the chaos that has been getting stirred up as we get closer and closer to the full blood, full blood blue moon total eclipse. Oh my godness, that is happening this week. I can't even tell you, it's like insane. I will say we are getting so much clearer and clearer about all the influences in our life. Our intuition is kicking into high gear, and lots of different kinds of things are coming through. And at least for me, and you'll have to let me know if this is true for you, but there is this whole element of coming to truth, of finally seeing things for what they are in this full moon, in this energy. And it has a lot to do with relationships. And it has a lot to do with what we're putting up with and what we are continually holding space for, and whether we are being met in our efforts to hold space for those things. So if I'm not the only one with a crazy house at this point, if I'm not the only one where things seem like they need a lot of adjustment and a lot of refinement, then join the full moon club and know that it will pass. And know that this is just the universe providing us an opportunity to finally see things as they are. And in this, we do get to see what is holding us back, which is why I was like, I'm going to soldier on with this vision quest this week, despite all the crazy things, despite I couldn't get my streaming software that I actually downloaded onto my computer to stream with Facebook so I could actually get the recordings of these things. It's like I had gotten it queued up over the week. I hadn't fully tested it, but I had gotten it working with the Facebook stream. And then today it was like, nope, I'm not going to show you anything on the stream. And I couldn't get that to work. And then the dogs were barking, and I'm like, this is supposed to be a meditation. Work with me. So I made a different decision. And I said, let's bring this back to a place where I'm going to be in my center. Let's light some sage like you just saw me doing there. And let's bring this. Because this vision quest is so needed right now. This coming and commitment to self, and to seeing this divine potential, this kernel of truth that the universe is seeing us during this eclipse season. This can change everything. This can be a game changer for you. So here we are, and here we go with this. Now, I called it a vision quest because I didn't really know at the start exactly how this was going to go and exactly what was going to be needed. This is the first time I'm running the stream casting launch. I'm giving myself some wiggle room to really feel into what's going on right now with the energies, where people are right now, and what they might need, what they might need to bring them back into center, to find that place of wholeness. So my concept of dream casting and intuitive planning can even begin to make sense for them. Today is going to be more of a soul retrieval kind of vision quest. And things might be stirred up right now. I get that. But this is the time to go deeper. Because we have this clarity, because we have the chance, we're getting the opportunity to see things in a new way, a deeper way. This is the time to start looking even deeper at the things that might not be so comfortable in our conscious mind. How they appear from our energetic self, from our divine self, our self in that pure love state, is going to be completely different. And so we need to get to the bottom of the universal truth behind this and to see where we've been holding ourselves back because of our past stories, our past wounds, our traumas, the little misconceptions we came away with because nobody liked us in school and so we must be unlikable. We have to learn to see into these things, not because there's pain there, not because it hurts. Well, yes, because it hurts, but because we need to see the truth of it. And the truth of it, of course, isn't that you are unlovable, isn't that maybe you deserved it. It's none of those things. That's all ego talking. And as we come into this meditation, I don't want you to have that trepidation that this is meant to like shell you out emotionally, like just, oh. It might happen because, especially on top of last week where we're looking at future self and we're kind of stripping away a lot of the external stuff so we can get down to the root of the feelings of the dreams, of the feelings of who we are becoming. And now today we're going to look at the past and we're going to see what's holding us from being that person. There are intense things, but these are done with love. These tools are provided from the universe, from spirit, with love. So we're going to do this in a safe and sane way, okay? This is a little bit by little bit, so this isn't meant to be like a wham bam awakening. This is just kind of meant to start niggling at some things so that you can begin releasing them and the universe can begin responding to your energy, because now you have a different energy in a different way. Perhaps one that is much closer attuned to your potential and your truest divine self. So what I do want to say about this meditation before we get into it, and I don't really have too much to say today, is that soul healing and energy healing is something that we do need to do more than once. This is the whole safe and sane. You can awaken spiritually safe and sane. It doesn't have to be, it doesn't need to be this wham bam, thank you ma'am, my life is completely different and now I see spirits everywhere I go because I opened the door to that. It doesn't have to be that way. This is a co-creative partnership, and we hold both the gas and the brake pedals in this. Okay, so I want you to know that beforehand. And it's not something that takes a long time, or it has to happen over multiple sessions because we suck, and it's not because there's that much wrong with us either. So I don't want you to get that impression either. We're just doing it so that we can be comfortable, so that we can comfortably come into our role of the person who does control the gas and the brake pedal. You know, when you're first learning to drive, that responsibility of having to stop and go the right speed and learn not to tailgate, you know, it could have been overwhelming, you know, way back when you're learning to drive. And I don't want to have that whole fear building around your spiritual progress, because this should be something full of love and something full of joy, and not something full of, oh my God, I think my dad's going to yell at me. Oh my God, I just freaked mom out. Oh my God, I just almost hit the postman. We don't need to do that here. It's safest and easiest to do in small adjustments. Kind of like how one would go to a chiropractor. You don't go to the chiropractor and expect he's going to be able to pop everything back into place in one session. That would hurt. That might do a little bit more damage than you wanted when you went there. But the difference between the chiropractor analogy and this level of kind of soul work is that in-between time in your visits is just as needed as the actual session itself. Often we release and we integrate stagnant energy during these meditations. We release part of our fear. We release a misconception. We release an old habit, and that frees up some energy. And the universe, once we have this new energy and once we're starting to work with it and starting to integrate it into our lives, it's going to start responding to us in a new way, because now it reflects. It's a lot. This is what the law of attraction is. It's like reflection. If we never change our energy, if we're always coming from this place of doubt, if we're always coming from this place of, I'm not sure I'll ever be able to quit smoking, I'm not sure I'll ever be able to lose that last 30 pounds, the universe is going to reflect that back to us until we change our energy, until we release some of the fear and the doubt, until we start taking some inspired actions and trusting ourselves in that. And once we have that new energy, some things might get a little crazy in your life again, on top of an already crazy week. I know this is like, but why are you doing this, Lindsay? Why are you doing this, Lindsay? You're going to hurt me. No. This is a kind of thing that the universe is already trying to nudge in you this week. So we are actually being in alignment with what's happening, even if it feels a little crazy. So you have that new energy, and it doesn't always know where to go when you first have it, right? Because it's so used to going like off in left field over into this fear worry place. And now you've pulled it back and you said, no, you don't need to go over there. No, you really don't need to go over there. And so you'll have to find a way to work it. And the universe is going to help you do that. And that time in between these meditations, or when you do this meditation multiple times, is going to give the universe a chance to really respond. So you can find a way to direct the energy. It's going to bring you an opportunity, a synchronicity, especially this week. This week, look for huge synchronicities, so that that energy can be directed into a much more healthy, sustaining, nourishing pattern for you. And now I know this might seem like a lot of work, a lot of deep soul work. And all I'm talking about is like planning. You know, how an intuitive, a creative, an empath gets around to actually getting stuff done. And I'm like, well, you have to do this deep soul work. The key concept behind dream casting is that body, soul, emotional, and mental alignment. But when we haven't been doing the deeper work for most of our lives, or it's been happening sporadically, a couple months on, a couple months off, 6 months on, or 6 months off and like 2 weeks on until you find some new direction. I noticed that that was the pattern in me, and that was a pattern in a lot of my friends. And in a lot of the people I work with, this is on and off state. We don't have this prolonged sense of alignment. It's very hard for us to stay in alignment or to recognize what alignment is in a given situation. Like this week might seem like it's crazy. It might get us believing that we are crazy. And when we're coming just from this surface level of, oh my God, what the hell happened? Now my life is crazy again. We begin to think it's us. And maybe you've thought that for a very long time. And it's that I'm trying to address with this launch and these meditations. And it's why the deeper work is so important now, especially when the universe is really supporting it. We don't necessarily know what that alignment feels like in different circumstances, on different levels of being, how you come in on a given aspect of your life during one of these kind of high vibe times. And we might have thought that things like our defense mechanisms, our worry mechanisms, our doubt mechanisms are actually part of our personality, because we have been out of alignment for so long. It just feels natural. It feels natural that when all of a sudden the world goes crazy, then the floor drops out from under your feet, that you're going to be like, I must have fucked up again somewhere. But that's ego. And that might be hard to believe. That might be very hard to believe at first. And that was the purpose of these meditations. And that was one of the biggest purposes of this meditation today. Not just to tease you into beginning to believe that something else could be true, that maybe the world isn't out to get you, that maybe you aren't too sensitive, maybe you are stronger than you think, not to tease you in that direction. Today we're going to actually delve in so you can actually see how you are stronger than your stories, stronger than the ego reasons that you made up, your brain, body made up for why things were going so wrong in your life. And you'll begin to see this in a whole other light, because there's a whole pattern behind the way ego thinks and the way ego works in your life. And it's those patterns that dreamcasting really seeks to address. Because when you start building the rights of being around the positive energy bank, the older habits, the fear habits, you're going to kind of starve them out. And it won't be a mean thing, and it won't be a painful thing, and you're not going to be like all down on yourself. You're like, oh, shut up, you. It's going to be this very natural thing, because it's going to feel good. And we have to trust that feeling good. We have to trust that those base intuitive signals of good, open, spacious, flow, our intuitive yeses, our intuitive signs from the universe saying, this is where you're supposed to be. This is who you're supposed to grow into being. This is how you're going to do this. And everything else is mired in some level of ego thinking. And we have to release the ego thinking. We have to see deeper into some of these fear patterns, into the doubt patterns that we are talking ourselves into, in order to see the truth. Okay, and I do a lot of this kind of work in my readings, and I do it with cards, and I do it with spirit. But especially for this dream casting class, I did want to offer some more personal support around trying to come into being, trying to get that sense of who you are in center, and who you are in center while pursuing a dream. Because it's wonderful to be able to sit back and come to center whenever you want to. That's one step in and of itself. But if you know, and if you're being called, like, this is a time when you have to move. You have to make movement on your dream. Not only are you going to have to learn how to come to center, be in center, use those tools of coming back into presence and coming back into your power, but now you have to do it while also learning to be a conscious creator. A person who can use their intuition to plan, who can use their intuition to create in a timely fashion. So I wanted to offer more personal support around that. So I did put in an upgrade for the dream casting class, where you get the whole dream casting class. We do do the year ahead reading, but you also get 4 private sessions with me. It can be on Skype, it can be over telephone, whatever's easiest for both of us. And I'm very flexible on timing for these kinds of things. To really further delve into you and your energy patterns, and what fears and doubts you actually need to release. And in these sessions, we can do virtually anything you would like, anything that is needed. So we can draw a card at the beginning. This is typically how I would do things, especially in person. I would draw a card at the beginning to see where you are, to see what lesson is kind of coming up in the forefront of the universe for that span. And they don't have to be weekly sessions. It can be bi-weekly or, even once a month if that's what you feel you need. And we would get into where you are and what you've recognized. And if we need Reiki, if we need energy healing, if we need a more specific kind of meditation, so we can come to some different realizations, that's what we'll do. We'll do whatever it is you need in order to rid yourself, to kind of starve those patterns out. And we're going to do it in a way where you're going to learn how to do it yourself. Because I am not a teacher who likes having people come to me for every little thing. I want to give you the tools. I want to give you the tools so that you can stay in center and you can feel your way through this. And it's not that I'll never talk to you again, of course. If you have any difficulties at any time, I'm having problems staying in center because of, this or the other thing. I found out my husband's cheating. Where's the conscious creator in this? Talk to me. Believe me. Having a person who's gone through the process themselves, who's had to sit here and say, if I can't always be running out toward my dreams because I need to stay in center where my power is, then how do I create forward movement? These are not things you just pick up from books. These are things that I think we're only as an evolving culture is really coming up with the tools for now. All right, but if you feel you need that private support, in addition to the dream casting class, it's only $350. It's like just about $500 worth of stuff between the 4 sessions, the reading, and the class, and all the bonuses that you would get for even buying just the class. It's like almost $500 worth of product here, but I'm only offering it for $350. And there is an option on my website to do like the PayPal finance thing if you need any help with that. And if you don't want to do that and you still need a payment plan, just come talk to me. This is about you, and we'll work out some kind of equal exchange here. Alrighty. Now that we are 22 minutes into this video, I'm going to stop this real quick so I can come back with the meditation at a clean point. That way I can just tell you what time the video begins. Okay, to begin, make sure you are in a warm and comfortable space. If you are driving, please put this on hold so that you can start this when you're in a safe place. Make sure your phone is on silent, your door is shut, and you are in a relaxed, quiet space. Pay attention to your breathing. On your in-breath, pull in feelings of safety and relaxation. On the out-breath, release any tension or anxiety you're holding in your body and energy. Just continue to breathe. In this moment, in this space, you are safe. You can relax. You are all right. Bring your attention to your head and face. Release any tension in your eyes, your cheeks, in your jaw. Bring your attention to your shoulders and your neck. Roll your head from side to side. Shrug your shoulders. Release any tension you've been carrying in your neck and shoulders. You can release the burdens of the world for just a few minutes. In breath and out breath. Bring your attention to your chest and your upper back. Stretch your back and your chest. Take an in breath and an out breath. And release any tension in your chest, any heaviness in your heart. Bring your attention to your stomach and your lower back. Stretch as needed. Even do a little yoga pose. But remember to breathe in and out. In and out. Bring your attention to your hips and your thighs. Stretch as needed. Adjust your position. Sink into the bowl of your hips. There's great energy there for you. Feelings of joy and of pleasure. Take an in breath and an out breath. Relax your hips, your bum, and your thighs. Bring your energy to your feet and your lower legs. Wiggle your toes, stretch your feet and your calves and your ankles. Feel your grounded energy rush down all the way to the tips of your toes. You are alive, you are safe, you are present in this moment. In breath and out breath. Allow your consciousness to settle into your physical being and begin to seek your body center. Rest there for a moment and experience the pleasure of just being in your body center. If you perceive a slight sound or other external distraction, allow your consciousness to go outward toward the source. Explore it. Now you are safe, and then you can pull your energy back into center. Continue this exploration with all your senses. Things you might see, things you might feel, things you might hear, and just return to center each time. Take note of any thoughts or feelings that arise. Thank them for their presence. Thank them for the information. And tell them to come back to you at a later point in time if they are truly important. Release them as you would release a balloon into the sky. you feel a gentle pull to go deeper within, like the tides carrying you safely and gently back into the sea of soul. You know that you need to go deeper into soul. And as I count down, you will take the journey inward to arrive at soul center. 13. The gentle motion pulls you inward toward a still and peaceful place. 12. 11. 10. 9. You feel yourself going deeper and deeper within with each step you take, each breath you take. External things become quieter and quieter, and your energy expands and expands. 8. 7. Feel the joy of coming home to yourself as you descend to your soul center. 6. 5. 4. You begin to see or sense a beautiful space near the bottom of your descent. 3. 2. This space is the seat of your soul, and you cannot wait to get there. 1. You are in Soul Center. This space has everything you need. It is safe, comfortable, and secure. This place is yours alone, and it is beautiful to you. Experience this space in Soul Center. Know that with love and attention, this place will be filled with energy and power that you can tap at any time. And the more frequently you come to this space, the more present, the more conscious, creative, the more loving you can be in your awakened life. In the center of the room, you see a throne. Go there and experience the throne of your soul presence. As you ease yourself onto the throne, know that this is a place from which you can access all the power, guidance, and focus you will ever need. Feel yourself, your energy, your full consciousness fill the throne and become one with it. From this place of presence, you see your guides and guardians approach, like advisors to a queen. You may or may not see your guides' full forms, but their presence and essence is undeniable. As they welcome you back and begin to tell you things you need to know about this space and bringing this energy into your daily life, I want you to sit back on the throne and relax. Listen. Allow their energy their love and their wisdom to flow through you. Bring your attention 300 feet above your head to the point where your energy field links to the divine grid. Open the door to your own grid point and begin to let that energy and that light through. There is no reason to limit this. It will not hurt you. It will not overload you. You are safe, and this light is your birthright as a light worker. Allow it to fill your presence, your body, your awareness. Feel the light cleanse away any fear or worry. Feel it clear away any fogginess. Allow it to soften and dissolve any blocks with its loving presence and little pops of light. Pop, pop. See harmful cords being dissolved and new love forming in its place. See old habits that don't serve you dissolve and new energy patterns form in its place. Dissolve any old hurts and old pain and transform these lower energies into something that you can use toward your authentic soul purpose. Feel the light fill your body larger and larger. Webs of energy begin to form out from you to the earth below, deep into the womb of Gaia, and out into the heavens and into the world around you. Focus on that web of energy that you have built around your being. Your webs from the past, your web of energy in the present, and your energy as it extends into the future. All power and energy should be available to you now, in this present moment, for it is the only moment in which your wholeness and awareness exists. But as you watch your web of energy, you notice some lines in the web that are dimmer than others. The energy from those times aren't flowing into your present, aren't part of your wholeness as much as others. Your guides point out the most significant of these lower vibration webs. They explain why you need to heal this cord and bring your soul energy back into present. As you come into understanding, feel yourself shrinking. So you grow smaller and smaller, so that the cord now in question looks like a large golden road stretching out in front of you. Travel down that road. Allow whatever thoughts and images come to mind, pass through you. There is nothing that can hurt you here. These are only shadow stories from the past. You see the end of the road coming closer and closer. But as you get there, you notice that this is a scene from your past, and you are able to see it as one would watch a movie, watching as an external person from the outside. You can see everything that is going on around that scene. You do not have to feel all of the feelings that are happening in that moment. You are simply an observer. Notice the energy in that situation. Notice what emotions are there. Who is in control of that situation? What stopped you from taking control in that moment? From slipping into the seat of center and knowing what was needed? If you begin to feel any pain or fear, send your past self all the love and support you needed then. Forgive that past self for not knowing how to better cope in that situation. Forgive them for believing that they wouldn't get through, that they were going to be hurt, or that they were so afraid of losing something they didn't know how to act. As you send more love to your past self, the scene before you begins to slow down, and it gives you a chance to speak with your past self. What do you have to tell her about how things turned out? How old were you? And what would you say to yourself at that age? Take her hands in yours. Look her in the eye. Ask her how you can both help each other to stop that kind of fear or situation from arising again, so that your soul self, this past soul self, can remain calmly with you in the present, in harmony, contributing to your whole. And if she is willing, if she is ready to heal with you, bring her closer into a hug and allow the love between you to dissolve the boundaries between you and her until you are one being. You can travel back down the cord now to your soul center. Your journey back is, of course, much faster. When you reach your soul center space, your guides approach you. They look you over. They look at the work and the healing that has been done. They might make some adjustments. They might give you gems or herbs or soul or energy medicine to help this integration process. And they may have some things to explain about how or why this happened and how to grow more in order to keep this part of you integrated, whole, healthy, happy. They might even show you glimpses of how this past part of you is needed to bring your next steps, your dreams, your visions into being. When you are ready to release this past situation completely from your energy field, sit back on your throne, relax, and let your energy fill the throne once more. To Feel into your wholeness and feel your light expand past the planet, expand out far enough to see the grid of energy around this planet. And to see how your energy is part of a greater whole. Rest there a moment. Now repeat after me. I am whole. I am healed. I am ready to accept my full potential. Feel the rush of energy from the universe as it comes to meet you in this new state of energy, the state of being, a state of being high vibe. With more you in the present, the universe can begin responding to your manifestations in a new way, in a more powerful way. Try to sense into how the changes will ripple forth from this healing, how your path will grow and come more into being from this healing. And know, as you bring more and more of yourself into the present, these impacts will grow and carry you in a new direction, or give your current vision and dreams more power and presence to become manifest in this physical world, to be birthed by you, a light worker, a co-creator of the universe. When you are ready to return to a conscious state, arise from your throne. Carry the power and light within you. Don't release this expanded state, but allow it to settle into a comfortable pattern and space within you, around you, through you. Thank your guides and the universe. Share love with them. And now it is time to ascend to your awakened world. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Feel the power and light anchored into the seat of your soul, and experience what this feels like from your body and your conscious mind. 7, 8, 9, 10. Feel out the space around you. Feel the peace in your daily life. 11, 12. Feel your body and begin to wiggle and come back to consciousness. 13. You are awake, you are whole, you are still in an expanded state, and now you are in the conscious world again. You can slowly move and stretch and come fully back into your body and fully back into your mind. And adjust your energy as needed, but do remember to keep your energy anchored into that expanded state of energy where you are bigger than any of the ego stories that your mind might begin to create around anything that does come up in your daily life today. And I would love to thank you for being part of this meditation, and thank you for being part of this whole launch series. I do hope to find you in the dream casting class. It is a rolling class, so you haven't missed a thing if you choose today to sign up. And don't forget about the upgrade options of getting the 2018 look ahead reading and also getting the 4 private sessions. I'm really trying to expand my offerings to give you the support that you feel you need this year to make it your year. The year you fully come into yourself, into this moment, and embrace your destiny, your dreams, and your vision. Now, the class will remain open throughout the year, but I will run different promotions and sales throughout the year. So it'll be there if you need it. But next week, this coming week, we're going to start rolling into a whole new challenge, and it is called Defy Negativity. And this is going to be all around how to be fiercely sensitive, how to work your shields or not, and how to stop absorbing emotions and really come into yourself as a thriving empath and intuitive. So how to manage and master your energy and your own emotions so you can stop the drain and stop stopping yourself, stop sabotaging yourself, really, because of what other people are doing around you. So there's so many times that empathy just turns right in on us, and we think it's all us, and we stop because we sense this disconnect out between us and the world, us and others. So the whole fiercely sensitive topic and that program, we're going to just have a shit ton of tips and hints and just valuable information and tools about how to, really start untangling that knot of what's mine, what's not mine, what do I need to shield against, how do I stop this from really eking in and becoming a thing and a block. All right. I will post the challenge. The challenge will start on the 12th, so we have a little bit of time here where we're going to warm up and switch gears from dream casting into being fiercely sensitive. But the Defy Negativity Challenge, 5-day challenge in our group, is going to start on the 12th. All right, and I cannot wait to see you guys, and I cannot wait to hear your experiences with this meditation, and I cannot wait to see you in dream casting and you rocking your vision.